introduce themselves as well as they begin talking. So we will begin our first event activity with our Dhamma talk in Khmer, and we'll go along with English as well. And we'll leave it to all the venerables to decide our topic of discussion for today.
How many minutes?
I have to look at the time here. I think we'll go 10 minutes each. We'll have 10 minutes for each venerable to discuss the topic of choice, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Chúng ta câu dạy nhau được đó. Mà thiệp và niệm sập thiệp ý. Để bên bên màu bị tại Khmer bàn 7 ngày. So, first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Sopheap, as you see on the screen behind. I'm from Cambodia. I arrived here just 3 days ago. And actually, I'm an immigrant. I just passed the green card visa interview, so I come right now. And I've been as a Buddhist monk since at the age of 9 as a novice monk, and by now it's been about 20 years that I've been as a monk, and I've been studying Buddhism ever since. And my BA degree was in Burma. I graduated from Buddhist philosophy from the University of International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University in Yangon. And my master degree in Buddhist philosophy was in Sri Lanka and graduated in 2012. And right now, I am just a wandering monk, homeless life, wandering here and there, and trying to practice more meditation and try to build more network with people, talk to people, and sharing the message of peace as taught by the Buddha. Okay, that's all my short introduction. Thank you for coming.
Nhôm squat đó mà nhôm này sọp sạp như nó nát sọp sạp là chứ sạp Khmer vô đây nè mà Kou Sopheap squat bùa bà nếu là vỡ nó bùa ban du cũng một phâyภาษาđằng ngày tầng mình nè mà bà này nơi sọc máy nơi vật của tân về của nó thọ squat lấy vật của mình sao phải pi rồi there are about 200 monks in my temple and 100 nuns there. I'm just visiting here, and it is my first time in Washington State.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yes. I'm happy to be here. A very green state, a lot of trees, and cold. It's excited to meet all of you, especially the younger people. Feel like happy to hear that they listen to the Dhamma talk. That is good. And I realized that the Dhamma is not just for Cambodian people, but for everyone. It's a medicine to help you to live a happier life. So that's all about me. Thank you very much.
Okay, so it's my turn to start the Dhamma talk. Would it be in Khmer or English? Maybe both. Okay, so I try to speak half, 50-50, okay, so that everybody can understand. And I would also apologize, first of all, for my poor English. Okay, if you do not understand well, just asking me. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start off with a few questions for all of you. First of all, how are you? Everybody, how are you? Sok sabaiទាំងអស់គ្នាណា Cambodian language is sok sabai. And the next question is, are you all having a good day?
Yes.
You can answer it out louder. Are you having a good day?
Yes.
Starting to have a good day.
So you're going to have a good day, right? So second question is, why are you having a good day or a bad day? Why are you having a good day? Just think about yourself. Are you having a good day, and why are you having a good day? Okay, you don't need to answer to me, but ask yourself and answer for yourself. Are you having a good day? Okay, come. The last question is the easiest question you can ever answer to yourself. Would you rather want to have a good day or a bad day?
Good day.
You don't know?
We'd rather have
Is there anyone answer, yes, I want to have a bad day? So do you want to be happy every day?
Yes. That's our goal.
Yeah?
Right. That's our goal.
That's your goal. That's our goal.
Yes.
What about tomorrow?
We don't know.
Do you want to have a good day tomorrow?
Yes, we want to have a good day, but who knows? We don't know.
What about day after tomorrow?
The same thing. Same thing tomorrow.
What about Tuesday?
Next year.
Yeah? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? You want to have a good day every day, right?
Yes. But no one.
It's never a day that you want to have a bad day. So this is show that everybody needs a happy life, right? And we can only be happy unless what? Unless our mind is happy. Or we can only have a good day unless we are happy. If you're not happy, you're not going to have a good day, isn't it? Right? But how are we to be happy for each and every day, for each and every single day? How are we to be happy? So this is the problem that we need to solve. How are we to be happy? Of course, every one of us is happy in a different ways, in a different means, or from a different source, we may say. But in reality, happy or unhappy is the state of the mind. So with these sources, we can understand that the real source of happiness or unhappiness comes from inside, comes from within, not the external sources, not the outside sources. But very often we see that people keep blaming on others, saying, oh, due to this person or that person, that makes me unhappy, that makes me angry, that makes me stressful. So we keep blaming on others without looking inside of ourselves. Most of the time that we live each of our day, looking outside the world. And we become happy and unhappy with the external sources that has been conditioned us, through two eye doors, ear doors, or whatever. But according to the teachings of enlightened one, especially the Buddha, that they have learned, he said, peace or happiness come from inside. Do not seek it elsewhere. So you have to dig inside yourself, because this is the source of real happiness, real peace within yourself. You cannot rely upon, external sources to make you happy. If you're not happy from your mind, from your inside, how can you be happy with the world outside, So I'm gonna speak in Khmer a little bit. Okay. ចង់និយាយចំណុចនេះគឺថាតកតងទៅនឹងសេចក្តីសុខប្រចាំថ្ងៃរបស់យើងវាមានទាំងសេចក្តីសុខដែលកើតឡើងពីប្រភពខាងក្រៅដែលយើងជួបប្រទះរៀងរាល់ថ្ងៃណាប៉ុន្តែព្រះសម្មាសម្ពុទ្ធព្រះអង្គសម្ដែងពីសេចក្តីសុខដែលកើតពីខាងក្នុងនេះទៅជាប្រភពនៃសេចក្តីសុខពិតប្រាកដហ្នឹងដែលធ្វើឲ្យយើងមានទំនុកចិត្តវាធ្វើឲ្យយើងមានសេចក្តីសប្បាយហ្នឹងបានថិតថេរជាងសេចក្តីសុខដែលយើងពឹងផ្អែកនៅរបស់ខាងក្រៅឬក៏មនុស្សខាងក្រៅហ្នឹងហើយអញ្ចឹងសំខាន់គោលដៅនៃជីវិតរបស់យើងទាំងអស់គ្នាគឺថាដើម្បីរស់នៅជាសុខប៉ុន្តែត្រូវធ្វើយ៉ាងម៉េចដើម្បីឲ្យមានសេចក្តីសុខនៅក្នុងជីវិតរស់នៅរបស់យើងជាប្រចាំព្រោះត្បិតថាជីវិតនេះវាជាទុក្ខក៏ប៉ុន្តែប្រសិនបើយើងមានប្រាជ្ញាមានឧបាយមានវិធីសាស្ត្រនៅក្នុងការធ្វើខ្លួនយើងសុបាយមានសេចក្តីសុខអញ្ចឹងយើងអាចបានសេចក្តីសុខច្រើនជាងសេចក្តីទុក្ខអានឹងបុគ្គលដែលមានប្រាជ្ញាណាមើលតួអង្គដូចជាព្រះអរហន្តពុទ្ធអីជាដើមលោករស់នៅជួបសេចក្តីទុក្ខដូចយើងអញ្ចឹងមានរូបមានជីវិតវាត្រូវមានទុក្ខក៏ប៉ុន្តែព្រះអង្គមានប្រាជ្ញាមានឧបាយក្នុងការប្រឈមជាមួយបញ្ហាទាំងឡាយដែលវាជាតច្ចៈឥទ្ធិពលមកពីខាងក្រៅតាមរយៈអាយតនៈទាំង6មានទ្វារភ្នែកច្រមុះដាលកាយតិចចិត្តជាដើមហ្នឹងទុកចេះរារាំងណារារាំងកុំឲ្យអកុសលខាងក្រៅហ្នឹងចូលមកវាលុកបានណាយើងចេះទប់ស្កាត់មានសតិស្មារតីរវាងប្រយ័ត្នទៅអាហ្នឹងយើងក៏រក្សាខ្លួននៅជាសុខរស់នៅមានសេចក្តីសុខមានសន្តិភាពអីជាដើមហ្នឹង Okay, so how are we to be happy? Well, there are many means, many ways that we can build happiness, but you have to know that the real source of happiness or unhappiness is from inside. So I'm gonna introduce meditation as I've been practicing for over several years. I observed that this is the real way to build up your real happiness, because meditation is kind of mental action, to build your mind stronger and to, make your mind be calm and concentrated and be peaceful. And nowadays, a lot of people are very interested in, practicing meditation, not just in Cambodia, not just in Burma and Thailand, but everywhere around the world, even in the United States, as I have I have traveled to several states. I saw that a lot of people are now, becoming more and more interested in meditation practices, as it gives them a lot of benefit, especially in the daily life. Without, mental training, mental cultivation, you cannot really, work well, or you cannot live a real happy life without mental development, or what we call mind training. So even in the Buddha's teachings himself, most specifically, he focuses on mental training, mental development. So the motto of Buddhism are Sila, morality, Samadhi, meditation, and Panya, wisdom. So these three are regarded as the three training rules. Even the Buddha himself, who who has completely purified his mind, or he developed his mind up to this optimum level because of these 3 trainings. So every one of us can also become enlightened by following these 3 steps. Like you have to practice, observe moral precepts, observe and practice meditation, mental development, and then wisdom, panya or vipassana. Have you ever heard about the word vipassana? Everybody here? How many of you have heard about vipassana? Oh, yeah, half. So actually, vipassana is kind of like kind of mental training to achieve wisdom, and only through wisdom that we can totally be liberated from physical suffering and mental suffering. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna have meditation session at the next part. So I think my time is up. So we give it up to Venerable Master Kou Sopheap from Cambodia. Okay, thank you very much.
Print, reach a bot tra. Print. Đây nhiều cái nào phim showroom khác phải bóng ôn nhưng miền Nam này bài từ bộ phèo từ bộ này ôn sọc TV ban lược mà hỏi thà dừng giờ từ trong ban sọc nó khné vậy đấy này và từ mấy ban sọc nó về bả trên ban từ bốn dừng thần miền ở vậy xong nhập ru nó lại ban mà sru xanh bài tức chùm nôm chùm này vậy chùm lắm nó sống đấy mình bãi mình đấy không ấy lại là hộp lương với chẳng ngọt với và muối để thôi dừng cả mà tam Maria Peda mơ nông xã rọ đầm rít nên thế này sọc lấy miền cục khoan nâng hộp chọc hết bên ăn nó stress vậy đấy. Even though we have enough for living, food, shelter and everything, but we're still not happy. Đấy bạn dương ở sự bài chặt chẳng bơm miên là bỏ tầng on nâng ngày. Em why? Chẳng bạn thành tiền nhá. That is good answer. Miền đẹp phần năng ấy chọc mà không chứ đừng nhá nghe. Miền vực buồn sạch phần năng chọc mà sạch thành như tiền. We want more. Okay. Agree. Miền ấy tiết đến nọ mà dương mình phải bàn sống nhung. Kết chởn nọ mà stress đến mình này. Các tức mấy mà khơi nhờ con giấy mình nè nó ở dụ đọc buồn nắm khơi đi cả stress để xa bụng mà đáy luôn nè té hay nâng cú đã hôn vượt trần về. Ai đó hỏi khơi thỏa mặt bán say nâng xà làm đôi thực ở trên manage feeling is too young to help her own self. 14 years old girl cannot control his mind. Trong mà thật thua nó miền xã sầm khăn miền sầm nhập tầm mình đủ chai vậy đấy nhiều đó. So to deal with your mind is important, and it's good to start when you are young, so they help you through adult old life better. Mỗi để mà observe mớ stress để cài trongជីវិតហ្នឹងដោយសារយើងជួយចិត្តបដែតបដោយចិត្តយើងឲ្យ wandering around ច្រើនពេកឧទាហរណ៍ថាអង្គុយនៅហ្នឹងឯងភ្នែកឧទាហរណ៍អ្នកខ្លះភ្នែកស្លើចាំប៉ិនដឹងទៅដល់ណាហើយមែនទេដល់ជួបហើយអ្នកខ្លះទៅឧទាហរណ៍ទៅចូលទៅក្នុងបន្ទប់ចឹងចូលនៅផ្ទះចឹងណាចូលទៅ the rose I applied a chunk. You are forgetful. And then we result of too much stress make you forget things easily. Ute ho chia sài muốn của ai sới nhôm mình nè nhôm sấy quát châu từ chỉ khèn bái từ giờ ai chổi nhớ là bây giờ mà thưa thấy dẹp là từ đó cam vô chổi nhưng mà hỏi con tận thật từ thưa ấy dẹp vô chổi nhưng mà thưa còn non quỳ bình quát xa phiệp chẳng hạn nó miền này thật that is dangerous. When you are too much forgetful, you are not mindful. So it's important. That's why in Buddhism we talk much about cultivating mindfulness. Mindful living is important. You are aware of what you are doing. You are sitting, you are eating, you are going to the restroom, you are bathing or whatever you are doing, you are aware. Now we are living in a complicated world. You are eating and turning your TV and your Facebook and your YouTube, so you're complicated. You're supposed to be single-minded. You're supposed to focus more, and that is a main source of stress. Is you have a divided attention, too much work at the same time. Chẳng bàn mà ta ok ở đây đầm bay bia là mindfulness nó sẽ tệ mà đấy nó vì phụ tập sau sẽ tệ tới với phương ấy mà chứ nhung sau mà đầy thế click lên chờ chép trai chờ chắp tóc của mỏ ở miền hướng ấy nó chắp nó trong vì đi mỏ vì nghĩa với sensitive person vì phụ khoa sẽ tệ chỉ nè chỉ bodyguard of the mind. Anh ấy về monkey mind. Tôi là 80 vì về dương kháng như không bắt chết anh. Chắc dương miên mình nè observe mindfulness become a police to observe your mind, to monitor your mind. You cannot 100% control your mind, but you have mindfulness to observe, to be a bodyguard of your mind. So whatever your mind thinks, mindfulness, observe whether the mind is in the right direction, the right track or not. Bởi vì khăn, cho nên khăn bắt, khăn phê ba này. Ở vì tới nhiều khăn nâng màu hay bạn tạm phiêu mốc hay bạn phiêu khỏi ở vì chanh này. Chuyện này em kia bắt á. Pay bắt thọ pay ấy những thọ pay vậy năng rồi có pruy bà rõm rương đàm toàn mỏ đỏ tích che tơ tích cho tơ tích ảnh năng chơi lui xom tơ rồi tích cái bao tơ thông tin năng này cái liên thông tin đấy à tích liên ta về đây đâu được lù vài đâu được ngọt cho Rico worry too much about what is going to happen tomorrow, what is going to happen to my son, to my daughter, to my husband, to my wife, to my business, to whatever. You create the monster of tomorrow and come to destroy your present happiness. And then we still have plans for tomorrow, but we cannot 100% predict what's going to happen. So whatever happens, we just face it and accept it and solve it and move on. But don't make a monster of tomorrow and come to destroy your present happiness. Chị sẽ đánh thì mà lượng thì họ sẽ đánh cả vì một chỗ xa nó kim muốn từ Australia hay tới anh em anh tới ghê thầy đằng mạch tế anh cái su ấy đằng đặt ai cả xa document ấy to visit Australia is my first time. I never been there before. Ai mà khai nó vỡ vụn đau rồi ai cả xa rồi ó mặt cốt đọc về từ đó cho nó xuống cái interview cái xuống tâm mà mắt ta định quân tơ màn ngày mà nó cả tục trong ông mà khai. So, sometimes you will worry too much about what is going to happen tomorrow. Sometimes those things didn't happen, but it just make you unhappy. Just be strong, be in the present moment, be aware of what you are doing and what you are thinking, and guard your mind. And in everyday life, it's important. You mean mindful living, mindful eating, mindful walking, mindful bathing, mindful clothing, or whatever you are doing, you always mindful. You mean smart day jump. You are in control of your mind. The mind is in your control. And then you also stray. But tôi chỉ khăng máu, có đâm ta úp khăng máu. A bad guest come to your home, anger. Chẳng, để bởi ưu ta chào mà lên, tiếng nhung welcome mà. No. So you need to recognize who is your friend, or who is your enemy. Your enemy inside. Anger, jealousy, hatred, worry, stress, all those are your enemy. And if they come, you always have those kinds of guests come to your home every day. But you need to recognize those are your enemy. If they come, okay, just a short time, okay, you can go now. And if you have a good friend, but you mean with okay, welcome. Like listening to the dhamma, ស្ដាប់ធម៌ មានមិត្តភ័ក្តិល្អ អានសៀវភៅធម៌ ចូលរួមសកម្មភាព ចឹង those are the good friends for your mind. So you just invite them to come to your home. នឹកឃើញដល់ព្រះពុទ្ធព្រះធម៌ព្រះសង្ឃចឹងណា នឹកដល់ព្រះពុទ្ធទៅអូសប្បាយចិត្តព្រះអង្គល្អណាស់ព្រះអង្គបរិសុទ្ធ នឹកឃើញដល់ព្រះធម៌អូព្រះធម៌ធ្វើឲ្យអញត្រជាក់ចិត្ត នឹកឃើញដល់ព្រះសង្ឃអូព្រះសង្ឃដឹកនាំយើងឲ្យដើរផ្លូវត្រូវ and you are happy. Those are the food of your mind, good food for your mind. នៅអារម្មណ៍អ្វីដែលយើងយកមកចូលក្នុងខួរក្បាលហ្នឹងសំខាន់ណាស់ what you bring into your mind have a very great influence to your mental health. So be aware of what you bring in through your eye, through your ear, and through your mind. Nhưng mà chỉ luôn bắt đầu sẵn chắn đó. Thì trong mơ miền về tuyệt ok. An mô tình đi.
Riêng. Looks like I'll be speaking more English since I've always been called the American monk. I think it's very important that we pay attention to the effects of meditation and who and how to practice, like what to practice about meditation. Because many observers, people of other ethnicity or culture, even our own culture, everyone has their own different perspective. And so, first we have to remember that meditation is for everybody. It does not restrict to one ethnicity, nor culture, nor religion. Meditation is the practice for cultivating the mind, to be more mindful of our whereabouts, awareness. How many of you right now, as a show of hands, believe that you are aware? No one? No? Occasionally. How many of you think are not aware? Raise your hands. Only a couple people answered.
We'll try again. How many people are aware? They think they're aware. Raise your hands. And how many people think you're not aware? Raise your hands. Well, you must be aware because you just answer you're not aware.
There's a portion for unsure.
So you are aware that you are aware and you are aware that you are not aware.
Absolutely. So we're in the unaware.
It's very important that we keep in mind why we meditate, right? Because without good practice with meditation, we can easily get off track and lose train of thought. Do you ever have that moment where you lose your train of thought? You don't know what's happening, right? We practice meditation to become more mindful of that. And importantly, perspectives, right? Because we all have different perspectives, correct? With meditation, we train the right understanding, right? Now, many of you, of humans, of beings, even animals, have different perspectives. For say we take this cup of tea, correct? You cannot see, maybe I'll give it down a little bit for you all to see. Can we say, how many of you think that this is a lot of water, a lot of tea? How many say this is a lot? And how many say that this is too little tea, not too much tea? Okay? We cannot think about how much or how little because we don't know what it's for yet, right? So if we only judge without knowing the background of it, then it's the phrase we judge too soon. We judge book by its cover, right? We don't want to do that, right? And then, what's it? Unless we have something to compare, right? Now if we have these two cups here, different quantities in each cup, then we can compare, right? Which one is more, which one is less, then we can compare, right? The way we practice meditation, it builds our different perspectives and our understanding of our encounters with other people from day-to-day basis, right? Because the personality that you encounter with someone at home can be different when you go into your workspace, correct? And it can be different when you go into an event, correct? Just as here today, we have a lot of different personalities in the room. When you go home, you have a different personality to your significant other or to your children, to your parents, to your grandparents. Thus, we must practice as much as possible to be able to understand, not necessarily take, but understand everybody's perspective. Now, how must we do that? With meditation. Many of us, as mentioned before, think too much within a day, especially with this generation, my generation. We think about multitasking. The most efficient thing to do is to multitask. But how efficient is it when you multitask and mess up one task? You mistake one task, then you can only do one task and not the other, or maybe not efficient for both. But is that efficient for the health of our mind? Right? Maybe not. And thus, we focus on one thing at a time. We see things how they naturally are, right? How they naturally are. A car, 4 wheels, goes forward and backwards, right? But then many people think of the mechanics of it, the physics of how the car goes. We see just a car. And we move forward and forward and forward. With practice every day, Venerable TV had asked you all a question before we began of how many you want to be happy. A lot of you want answered that you want happiness today, tomorrow, and so on and so on. And thus we must practice every day, because meditation is not just as your jobs and just as everything else. It's not something that you can gain mindfulness overnight, right? We cannot gain something overnight, just as learning something. If you are learning a subject such as philosophy or physics or psychology, chemistry, we cannot learn those things overnight. I want to pick on, let's see. I want to pick on my dad. My dad, if you don't know him, if you don't know who that is, just look at our heads. We look very similar. My dad just begun his new job. His job, he came to me the other day. There's a lot of mathematics to his job, something that he doesn't use every day in his previous job. And so thus he told me that I have so much work to do, I have so much studying to do, there's so much that I have to learn in order to, get the job right? This is something that's over time, something that he can't learn in one night. He showed me the book is this thick. He said, that sucks for you. No. With meditation, the same thing. We must practice every day, right? Because we cannot expect results overnight. If we meditate today, tomorrow we will not gain enlightenment. We must build, right? We have to build it over time, right? So I got a question the other day too, is when is the best time to meditate? When you have time. Okay? Because we have 24 hours within a day. We choose to do with what our time is. We choose that. And as mentioned before, many people multitask and do too many tasks, but then forget about the more important things. When you do too many tasks, when is the time that you reflect on yourself? When is the time that you reflect on the encounters that you've made throughout the day, previously, right, or that day? And thus, you have to make time for yourself. If we don't make time for ourselves to meditate, then we have no time. Just as the same as making dinner or going to work, you make time for that, right? Meditation, the same thing. We have to be able to make time for ourselves to practice meditation. If you focus on other things, then you make time for that, but have no time for meditation. Then we have to observe that activities, those actions, on how we can better improve and where we can substitute our meditation. So I think that's all from me.
It's okay.
ខ្ញុំកាត់ណាសូមអរគុណដល់គ្រូចាស់គ្រូសុភាពហើយគ្រូចាស់សុខធីវីបាននិមន្តពីស្រុកខ្មែរមកហើយចូលរួមនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះ I would like to thank both Venerable for joining our event today, and I think I would like for one of the Venerables to lead us in meditation. Or before that, I think we should take a break.
Yeah. No, take a 5 minutes break.
Yeah, I think a 5-minute break is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll take a 5-minute break for now, and we'll come back, and we will begin our meditation. So for those who would like to stand up and stretch, you are more than welcome to do that. There's coffee and tea in the back, along with some Krispy Kreme donuts. And we'll come back in 5 minutes. Thank you.